What is up, guys, and good morning if it's morning time when you guys watch this video. It's morning time when I'm making it. So I have no projects to do today, but I have a couple things to talk about. Two big questions for everybody, and then I just wanted to give a little bit of an update on a couple of the things that are going on. So let me show you that first. So here we are at the stable, so to speak. All the cars are just sort of hanging out. I wanted to say on this one quick update. The low oil light started coming on this one again, and I got under it thinking perhaps there was a break in the wire to the sender for the oil level, and there was. This is it right here, and this little wire right here was broken under the insulation. You could see where it was nicked. You can still see right there, actually. It was nicked a little bit on the outside, and then I could pull on it a little and it just broke. I mean, there was like nothing to it. If you need that, this is the part number for the replacement pigtail. You can pick these up at Rock Auto. I just got that, cut it to fit, put it in there. Everything works good now. So that was a simple one. I am planning on trying to get back to work on this 05 pretty soon, because it just needs to do something. It's starting to fall into the same category as that black Grand Prix that I had, so I'm trying to figure out a way to keep that from happening. As far as the other cars go, I've got the 99 has just been sitting. We really need to take this thing back to the track and back to the dyno soon, but I just have not really had the time or budget to do anything to it. Budget particularly has been really tight lately, so I've just been sort of letting it sit. The Buick is doing pretty well, actually. No major mechanical issues there. I'll finally tell you guys, this pissed me off, but I hit a pole right here one day, just slightly enough to dent this in. So I'm going to be going back to the junkyard looking for a fender now, which is lovely. So on to the good news. The 07 is doing really well. No problems pretty much at all. It's running and driving great. That's why you haven't seen it featured in many videos, because there just hasn't been anything wrong, so there's been nothing to fix. And I've got some ideas for upgrades in the future, some minor stuff. I'm not going to go too big on this one since I have the 99, but I just haven't gotten around to that yet for the same reasons. But that's basically where the cars are at right now. So I was talking to a friend the other day, and I came across a couple things that I thought I would just ask you guys as the audience to get your opinion on. One was, I was talking about the future of the 05 and what to do with it. As you know, it's mostly mechanically sound, but the transmission is acting up. I do have a set of solenoids to throw in the transmission to see if that maybe fixes it. I'm not at this point sure that it will. If it won't, it's going to need a transmission, so I'm going to have to decide what to do about that. The issue there is this. This is what I work on, crap gravel. Actually, it's crushed asphalt, but it's the same. It's basically black gravel the way this is. So I have poor facilities for trying to pull large components, so I don't want to do a transmission here. So if the trans has to come out, it's going to have to go to someone else, which is going to be expensive. I don't know how expensive, because I haven't talked to anyone yet, really. But it depends on whether I'm going to try to put a used transmission in it. I'm going to try to have this one rebuilt. I'm going to try to swap to a HD trans. I mean, there's a lot of different options. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So the first question there is, if this was your car, being that it's a base model, but it does have some upgrades and stuff like that, given the fact that I already own 3 other ones, what would you do? Rebuild the transmission, which is going to be probably a couple $1,000s or so, drop a low mileage used trans in it, which is going to be cheaper, or maybe try to do a low mileage HD trans swap, which wouldn't be much more expensive than doing the other, because I have the tuner, I can change the gear ratios, and then we'd have the HD trans in it, in which case maybe in the future could be like a low horsepower turbo project or something. I'm not really sure, but that's a couple different options as far as that goes. And then the last thing, and we're in the Pondy shack now because it's starting to warm up outside. The other thing is, I was talking to a friend the other day, like I said, and we were talking about if I were to get rid of that car, or if I were to just decide at some point to pick up another project, what kind of car to get. And I was thinking about it, and in the past I would have said, like, it would be nice to have another track car. We were talking about that, and we were talking about how I used to own 240 SXs, but 240s have just become ridiculously expensive lately. I mean, even old ragged out piece of junk project cars are going for $10,000–$15,000. It's ridiculous. And Miatas, he said, it started to go up in price too. I used to own a Miata. I got mine pretty cheap back before they appreciated so much. So as the general viewing public, if you were to look for a lightweight manual transmission option rear wheel drive car, what's still out there? What would be worth picking up that wouldn't cost a fortune? And I'm talking about cheap stuff, because I'm talking about like beginner project, you're going to go through it and redo everything anyway, kind of a project car. What cars are out there? What are the best cars in that category that are out there right now as project cars? So drop that down in the comments, because I just want to know. I'm just curious if I'm overlooking something, because I'm really not thinking of much of anything in that category outside of maybe I thought about like a manual transmission V6 Camaro or a Firebird, but just throw that down in the comments. I'm just curious if you guys know or have thought of a car that I haven't in this circumstance. But anyway, so that's pretty much it. I'm just checking in right now, letting you guys know. Had a couple questions for you. I've got more projects in the works. The budget is just slowing me down right now, but there will be more videos coming soon. I've got some repair stuff on the 99. I've got some more repair stuff for the 05. I've got to decide what I'm going to do with the 05. So questions and comments as usual are welcome down in the comment section. Make sure you guys are subscribed, because we're getting close to 7,000 subscribers, and at 7,000 I'm going to be announcing the next big giveaway thing, which is going to be huge. So I hope we get to 7 soon. So if you're not subscribed, please do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and peace.